Welcome everyone. We're making a bustle style tutu skirt, and all that means is we're making it long in the back and short in the front and sides. Now what you see here is we are creating this in the front first. For me, it's easier to use it as a guide, going all the way to each side and then working in the back. We're using citrus, turquoise, and shocking pink shimmering tulle. Now there's something that occurred towards the end, of course, that I realized can be avoided, and that is the width is vital when making a tutu with really long lengths. And I'll go over that with you towards the end. Alright, so what you see here is we're simply taking our shorter pieces and doing the slip knot method, bring it under the elastic, widening it, pulling the tails through, and gently tugging. Now, you can use a dowel or a stick or anything like a pen or pencil to tighten this, and what it does is it keeps the elastic from scrunching up on you, allowing for more elasticity because you haven't damaged your elastic band. Now you can tighten all of these individually, after you put each piece on, or you can do it after you've placed all of them on and then go back with your dowel and fix it that way. That's totally up to you. It doesn't really change anything, except it does allow you to determine if you need a few extra pieces after you've tightened all of your tulle. But remember, you may want to adjust it a little bit. You may want to add more of one color to another, and once it's tightened, it's a little bit more difficult. Alright, let's do this one step at a time. After you've cut your tulle, remember to double the length if you're doing the slip knot method. Take your tulle strip, bring it together where everything's even in half. Take that folded area, squish it up as much as you can. This will make it easier for you to work with. Bring that under the elastic, pulling some up. Use your fingers to widen it so you've got a good hole to bring the tails up through. Now gently tug down. Now you can use your stick type implement. We're using a dowel, and then you gently put that through and tug. This will allow you to make a nice clean slip knot piece of tulle, or pieces of tulle depending on how many layers you are doing. And you'll do that all the way around until you get to the area you want to be longer, and that's your bustle effect that you're creating. Now we're going to cut our strips for our bustle. We have a full-length video for how to cut tulle from a bolt, so we'll go over this quickly. One thing I wanted to mention to you that I said earlier, the width when working with shimmering, also called glimmer tulle, is more important than you may think. One of the biggest dilemmas I had was we used about 4 inches in width, and it was very, very clingy. It would bunch up, and even using that fabric softener and water solution spray still did not give the desired effect. So the wider you go, the less trouble you're going to have. We've done this on a few different tutus and found it does make a difference. The width, especially the longer you go. So measure out the length that you want. We're doing 20 to 21 inches in length. So we're going to need 42 inches long. Remember, because we're going to double it over. Real quick note, if you find that when you're cutting your tulle from the bolt, it is causing havoc on you and it's getting clingy even there before you even cut it, use that fabric softener and water solution and just mist it real quick, and it will help you, and it'll alleviate a lot of that time it takes to straightening it out and do a proper cut. That's just a simple tip that I found very useful. Cut your tulle, you're gonna roll it up, and you're gonna have the folded side on one end and then the raw edge on the other. Where you cut it, how you cut it is important. Make sure that folded side is on one end, the right or left, whichever you prefer. But if you cut against the grain, you're going to end up having stretchy, unusable tulle. Okay, roll it up and then pick your width and then just cut. You can also use your rotary cutter, just making sure if you're using the rotary cutter that you have it stretched out well enough that it goes through all the layers. All your rolls are cut up. Now you can go and cut it at an angle if you're doing the pixie style, or you can leave it at the square style as well. Remember to make room for that tulle knot, so you may want to add an extra inch to your length so that doesn't take away from the length that you're going for after you've created the knot. If you find that you created the strips too thin, or not too thin, but not wide enough, and you're having that trouble, like I was saying, where it's clingy and it bunches up on you, one thing that you can do to salvage your project is get some hairspray and spray it after you have it the way that you want it, without it being bunched up or clingy. Go ahead and use your hairspray and just put a mist over it, and it will help with that static cleaning and help keep it from bunching up. I don't know why that happens, have no scientific reasoning, but it did save this particular tutu creation for us. You can see it on the peacock. That's what we did. We have a video of that. Now you'll place your tulle strips on the back area of your elastic, just like you did in the front and side areas. We like the effect of mixing the tulle colors together. We're doing a couple of layers. We mixed, say, the pink and the citrus together, and it's exactly the same way, but it really makes a cool effect. So you may want to try that on your next creation as well. Thank you all so much for supporting our channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. You guys are fantastic. Have fun creating. If you liked our channel, please subscribe. You can find all of our links on our YouTube homepage and Google Plus page. We also include our links at the end of each video. Thank you so much for viewing. You're the best. And remember, whatever you create is going to be fantastic because you took the time to create it.